feet a little wider than your hips. This is going to be more of a grounded stance, like a wide mountain base, as opposed to standing with the feet really close together. It's a little bit less of a solid ground. So you want to have a nice solid stance here, a little softness in the knees, softness in the shoulders. You can even roll them a couple of times if that would please you. And take some breaths. You can either continue with rolling the shoulders or let them come to stillness. And we're just going to move into a bit of orientation, starting with the eyes. So just going to let your eyes go wherever they want to go around the space, allowing yourself to fully see and receive the visual impressions in the space around you. Now, this is a process called orientation that we're going to dive into more later today, but it's really just allowing yourself to purely see where you are in time and space, and especially to allow your eyes to go toward anything that pleases them, that looks nice, beautiful, pleasing to the eyes. And while we do this process, as much as possible, letting go of the quality, the layer of the mind that likes to label and judge what you're looking at. And see if you can just stay purely in the channel of vision, of seeing. As we stay with this just a little longer, your eyes might want to just focus on one object and really take that in with more detail, looking at different layers of color, light and shadow. Texture and shape. Really just allowing yourself to take in what you see, almost like you're an alien from another planet. You've never seen anything like this before, have no previous experience, previous judgments or stories, just purely seeing. Or another way to think about this is if you're a newborn baby, seeing the world through the eyes of a newborn baby, very curious. And a lot of the visual circuitry in the brain actually happens in the back of the skull, the back of the brain. So you might just bring some awareness to the back of your head. You can even place a hand there. You could tap the back of the skull while you continue with this with one hand or with both. And just notice if that allows your vision to kind of soften and expand a little bit more. And if you find that there's a lot of chatter happening in your mind as you do this, what can be really helpful is to describe in detail aloud what you see, what you're noticing. Just bringing your voice, your thought, to really describe what you see around you. And if you haven't already, start to tap the back of the skull left to right. So I'm going to come a little closer and turn around so you can see what I'm doing. And it's just the tapping in the back of the skull, kind of like right where the eyes would be if they were on the back of your head instead of the front. I'm just going to tap there. We'll stay with this just a little bit longer to really let the body feel into this space. And while you do this, let your eyes move into more of their wide angle vision where you can see your periphery. And you can keep the hands here or release them. We're going to imagine two cords of energy that can go from the back of the brain down through the shoulders, the sides of the back, the hips, the legs, all the way to the heels, like these two columns of light or of rope anchored from the back of the left and right hemispheres all the way to the heels. And see if you can stay with your awareness and your presence in those two channels. And as you do this with a soft gaze, soft jaw, awareness and weight in your heels, you're just going to start to bring a little bit of a pulse in the body. You'll just bend the knees and start to straighten the knees, a little shake. And rather than an upward shake where you're really lifting the feet up off the ground, think of this more as a downward, really heavy shake where you're just feeling gravity. Staying connected with those two lines from the back of the head to the heels. Soft eyes. You can let yourself continue to visually just look around, orient to your space. We're actually going to do this shaking process for about 5 minutes and just let the body get into a bit of a rhythm with this. So that might kind of shift and change how you're moving your body throughout this. Can adapt, can speed up, can slow down, can change shape. But one thing I'm inviting you to do is to stay connected with your vision and stay connected with that line between the back of the head and the heels. Even as you maybe start to travel around your space more. And if you're having more of a slow day, if you're on your menstrual cycle or just feeling more low energy, this can be really soft. And it can be lazy and sleepy. And if you're having more anxious feelings, excitement, high energy, you can really let yourself go quite quick, high speed. You just follow whatever your body leads you to with this. However you feel like breathing or sounding. Soft eyes. And awareness in the back plane of the body. If you haven't turned around and looked behind you, you can do that. Letting the body literally shift orientation to the back of the space. Starting to slow it down.